So good afternoon, everybody. It's Rotary Day, Thursday, the happiest day of the week. And we've got so many wonderful smiling faces on Zoom today. It's great to see you all. We're going to get started with our greeter, Bob Gerst. Bob.
So I am so excited to be a greeter to this, the greatest club in the world. And I don't know about the rest of you, but I look forward to this Thursday. Even if we're on Zoom, you give me so much energy, so much excitement, so much hope for the future. So thank you all for being a part of our journey and for being with us today. So appreciate it.
Thank you, Bob. That's a lovely welcome to everyone. And now with our music, Linda Kaminsky. Linda.
Thank you. So today is National Drink Wine Day. So I searched for music that would go with wine, and I came up with a Billy Joel song that was released in 1977. This is a song that was inspired by the Abbey Road Beatles album. It's actually 3 songs that Billy wrote, and they're strung together. And so that made for a 7-minute song, which was too long for our meeting. So with the wonderful technical skills of Dwayne, we are going to give you a portion of that song. You'll be hearing 2 of the 3 songs. Billy Joel was interviewed by Stephen Colbert in 2017, and he was asked, of all the songs that he has written and performed, to rank the top 5. And this song was number 1 on his list. And so we are now going to hear Billy Joel performing at Yankee Stadium, and the song is Scenes from an Italian Restaurant.
Fantastic, Linda. Thank you so much for allowing us to celebrate National Drink Wine Day. I've been reading some of the comments, and I think they're entirely appropriate, and absolutely. Tonight's the night, not only because we're in phase 2 to enjoy perhaps an Italian restaurant, but to definitely open up some Rotary wine. So thank you for that. Now we have our invocation with Bunker Frank. Bunker.
Well, a few weeks ago when I was out for my anti-shelter-in-place walk, I began contemplating what I was going to share with you today. And I passed by the floral shop of honorary Rotarian John Gasparetti, and this red twig wreath was posted on the outer wall, and it leapt into my heart. And it gave me cause to think about love for the invocation today. That and the fact that our meeting shares the week with Valentine's Day, and now we have permission to even have more chocolate and wine. I heard a song a few weeks ago during a service and contacted the composer and asked to be able to adapt the lyrics to my comments today. Let There Be Love by Jenna Limbo. Let there be love, let there be light shining through the darkness with the sunrise. Let there be love, let there be light. May we join hands, may we rise up. Come one and all my brothers from every tribe, may we join hands, may we rise up. Let there be peace, let there be hope, come flowing like the river upon the shores. Let there be peace, let there be hope as we continue to engage in the work of our Rotary. May we share joy and come dancing round like children, face to face. Bless us all.
Beautiful words, Bunker. Thank you so much for sharing. Next on the agenda is a new member introduction, and here to tell us more is Randy Beeler. Randy.
Good afternoon, President Jennifer and fellow Rotarians. It's my distinct pleasure to introduce the newest member of the Yakima Downtown Rotary Club, Bob Harrison. Bob is currently serving as Yakima City Manager. The city of Yakima is what's referred to as a full service city. That means that it provides a wide range of municipal services from police and fire to refuse and transit. The city of Yakima has an annual budget of about $230 million. and around 700 full-time employees, a little bit more than that. As city manager, Bob serves as the CEO of the municipal corporation and oversees the operations of all city departments, including administration, airport, community development, finance, fire, human resources, legal, police, and public works. Prior to coming to Yakima in September of last year, Bob was the chief administrative officer for the city of Renton for a couple of years. Before that, he was the city administrator in Issaquah from 2010 to 2018. He was the city manager of Wyoming, Ohio from 1998 to 2010, the city administrator, clerk treasurer in Mosinee, Wisconsin from 1996 to 1998, and assistant to the city administrator in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin from 1995 to 1996. Bob graduated from Marquette University with a bachelor's degree in political science and international affairs. He earned his master's of public administration from the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. Bob was born in Rota, Spain, on the U.S. Naval base there. When he was about 2 years old, his family moved to Waukesha, Wisconsin, and that's where he grew up and graduated from high school. Bob has two sisters and a brother. He's the father of five, 4 girls and 1 boy, which range in ages from 11 to 22. Bob spends his free time kayaking, traveling, hiking, reading, and swimming. He is a self-described sports fan. His favorite MLS team is the Seattle Sounders. But when it comes to football and baseball, Bob sticks to his roots. He cheers for the Milwaukee Brewers, and I know to the excitement of a few of our club members, the Green Bay Packers. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming my boss, Bob Harrison, the Yakima Downtown Rotary Club.
Bob, you can't see it right now, but you're getting a standing ovation, and in the mail coming soon are going to be all of your official Rotary items, the roster, a plaque for your wall, and our beautiful coveted license plate frame. Bob, if you would like to unmute and just say hello so that everybody can see your smiling face, that would be wonderful.
Thank you, and good afternoon. I've enjoyed the opportunity to visit with the club for the past several months. It's very exciting. I can't wait to meet all of you in person. I've been a Rotarian before and am so excited to belong to one of the largest Rotary clubs in the country. So I know the good works that we do here in this club, and it's been a real treat to meet those of you who I've had the opportunity to meet during my time, short time here in Yakima. So thank you. I'm looking forward to being a member of the club, doing good works.
Excellent, Bob. Thank you again, and welcome to the club. Next on the agenda is our Sergeant at Arms, which is Kevin Montoya. Kevin.
All right, Carolyn, are we ready with the PowerPoint here? Here we go. Thank you. I haven't been to a lot of meetings during COVID because I, quite frankly, hate sitting at a computer terminal and eating my lunch, since I'm sitting at a computer terminal all day. So I've kind of had a bad attitude about getting to Rotary. Go ahead and hit the first if you could, Carolyn. But I'd like to know how 2021 is going for you guys. I hope some of you are keeping a much better outlook and much better perspective than I am. Next one, please, Carolyn. I feel like being here, I'm a little bit like Marshawn Lynch having to go to press conferences, but I'm happy to show up and I'm happy to do it. And you can see I actually did a PowerPoint. It's not that long because I have about 4 minutes, but I'm happy to at least show up and try to have some conversations. One of the things I loved with Rotary was going and having a good lunch and seeing people and talking to people about different things, including sports. Next slide, please. And it was another great year for Patrick Mahomes. I know we've got some Packer fans out there. Aaron Rodgers got the MVP. I don't know how. Mahomes is better. Next slide, please. And, you know, this is part of the Rotary four-way test. Rodgers has some outstanding throws. The one that beat the hated Dallas Cowboys during I think it was the wild card round, was it 3 years ago when he threw it down the sideline? That was a beautiful throw. This throw right here was 30 yards in the air while Patrick Mahomes was laid out and off the ground, and he hit his receiver in the face mask, and the guy dropped it. Now, we used to be able to talk about cool things like this when we'd go to Rotary lunch. We haven't been able to because we haven't gotten together for lunch. I really miss that part of Rotary, and I can't wait for it to come back. And I can't wait for anyone to try and argue that Tom Brady is the best quarterback in the league now. If I can ever go have a lunch with someone, just because you win the most titles doesn't mean you're the best quarterback. Next slide, please. We have a lot of Huskies and Cougars in Rotary, and it's always enjoyable for me, being a Ducks fan, to be able to talk to the Huskies and Cougars. One of the Cougars who I really like to talk to is Doug Picotti, and I didn't see him online today. And one of the things I love about Doug is he's terrible at trash talking. Whenever the Cougars beat the Ducks, he gives me no end of it. But then he doesn't realize that it doesn't work if you can't beat the Huskies. So when you're trash talking us and you lose the Apple Cup every year, you might want to think about that. Next slide, please. This is a guy who has beaten the Huskies. He's Justin Herbert. He was the offensive rookie of the year. And even though I didn't get a lot of games where I got to get together with people, I enjoyed watching Justin Herbert, a kid from Eugene, Oregon, have a great year and win offensive MVP. Now, one thing I'll note about Justin is he was the president of the Sheldon High School Fishing Club. So I'm not sure anyone saw him turning into an NFL star. He was over a 4-point student. And I have to commend Rotarian Greg Leidy, a Husky, who picked up Justin Herbert on his fantasy team and ended up winning because Herbert had such a great year. Next slide, please. Bienvenidos a Víctor Ospina. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Next slide, please. You come from a beautiful country that I have not visited yet. One of the things I used to love to do before COVID was travel. I'm getting older and older, and I'm getting so old that I'm going to have a lot more time to travel because I don't have any kids around. I have no pets, but COVID has killed that. And I feel worse for the people who are even older than I am, like Paul Larson, who I think is in his 80s, because he probably can't travel at all unless he got the vaccine, and he's going to have to wait. And let's hope he has a lot of years left, but you never know. And I hope Paul's having a good time playing tennis or whatever. Next slide, please. Next slide, 2, please. I would love to go see Bogota. I would love to see many parts of Colombia and South America. I understand that you can get around fairly well, that it's a beautiful place, and I'm really looking forward to, at some point in my life, taking a trip all throughout South America. And I'd love to get together again with some Rotary friends and we can get back in person, because you may not believe this, one of the things I really miss is all of the Husky fantasies about everything that they used to be good at, how they used to win their fantasy national titles, like in 1991 when Miami actually tied with them. But to hear them tell it, they won a national title. So I can't wait to hear all that, because in the words of Neil Diamond and Barbara Streisand, in that beautiful duet, "You Don't Bring Me Flowers," used to be's don't count anymore. They just lay on the floor till we sweep them away. And I'll leave you with this, Husky fans, and I'm sorry I couldn't trash talk you in person over lunch. I have watched, I think, 7 games at Husky Stadium where the Ducks have beaten the Huskies, and that goes back to 1997. If you're a Husky, in order for you to have watched 7 games where they have beaten the Ducks at Autzen Stadium, you would have had to start watching those games in 1981. I can't wait till we get back to college football. I know Jennifer agrees. She loves to go over to her Cougar games. You're welcome to hang out with us in Eugene, but I want to go to Husky Stadium, talk to the Huskies, and watch another Duck victory in Husky Stadium. So thank you, and pay money if you're a Husky fan, or donate to a food bank.
Awesome, Kevin. You know, it's hard to remain impartial during this presidential year, especially when I just heard from Doug Bacati, who has happened to have success booking for a speaker program coming up in May, WSU football coach Nick Rolovich. So we're looking forward to that program. So you'll have to give him a little bit of a hard time on that one, Kevin.
I will.
All right, excellent. Now, don't forget to send in all those fines to Carolyn too and support Rotary charities. So now with our program speaker introduction, David Links. David.
Thank you, President Jennifer. As you can see, I'm sitting in my new office in the new Larson Gallery on the beautiful new West Campus of Yakima Valley College. We are pleased to have the artwork of Víctor Ospina as our first exhibit in the Larson Gallery, the new Larson Gallery. And as a Rotarian, I'm excited to have Víctor as our guest today at Rotary. Víctor is the World Service Community Chair of Rotaract Club Armenia Palma de Cera in Colombia. He is an artist, cultural manager, volunteer, and teacher. He has 2 diplomas in cultural management, one from the National University of Colombia and the other from EAN University, Bogota. His Bachelor of Social Sciences from University of Quindío, and he is now completing his Master's in Art at the University of Caldas. Recently, as a teacher at San Francisco Solano High School, he partnered with Yakima Rotary to provide muchly needed supplies for students in Armenia. His artwork has appeared in 11 exhibitions in Colombia, Poland, and Ecuador, and now at the Larson Gallery in Yakima. Much of his work is inspired by the beautiful Cocora Valley in the state of Quindío, Colombia. Please extend a Rotary welcome to Víctor Ospina.
Thank you, Davey, for your beautiful presentation about me. Hello, everybody. I am Víctor Ospina, and I am a pro Rotaract member. And in a couple of years, I will be a pro Rotary member. I will present how was our project. In the last year, I wrote to John and David, and I said about a new project that we have, and the project consists to give scholar supplies to children to different parts of Quindío. My region is Quindío. In this year, in January, my friends and me traveled to different parts of Quindío near mountains, Andes mountains, and we played with kids, and we gives food, gives your elemental school supplies, and teach about art. It was an amazing experience, and thank you, Rotary, Yakima Rotary Club, for your gifts. Okay. Víctor Ospina, a view from Cocoras Valley. I am Víctor, an artist, teacher, and a pro Rotaract member. I am from here, Colombia, and my state is the most or the smallest state of Colombia. The size of my state is like this point. It's really, really, really small. Do you know? Colombia is the second most biodiversity country in the world. First, in bird and amphibian species. We have 6 natural region. This type of frog is unique in the world. The name is called a golden poison frog. It's the most dangerous frog in the world. And our land, my land, is the land of Nobel Prizes. For now, we have 2 Nobel Prizes, like Juan Manuel Santos is the Nobel Prize in Peace, and Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Nobel Prize in Literature. And Colombia is the most important country in Latin America in the musical industry. Our singers and producer and musician always won or win Latin Grammys, Billboard, and Grammys, and songs like reggaeton, salsa, bachata is very popular in my region, and Colombians are the most important. And Colombia is the new destination for shooting of Hollywood films. Now, Disney is creating a kids movie about my country. Have you heard? Yes. Encanto is the new movie of Disney, and the location is Colombia, especially my region, Quindío. One of the most things of Colombia are one of the countries with the happiest and kindlest people in world. I don't say this, it's a World Happiness Report. Colombia was selected among the 5 best destinations to travel for the US magazine Condé Nast Traveler and Lonely Planet. We have 9 World Heritage by UNESCO. One of things is really near to my home. It's Cocoras Valley. Cocoras Valley is one of the most beautiful places of this world. We have the most tallest hall of the world. It was declared a World Heritage in 2010. Indio is the land of the coffee, the culture, and the amazing spaces. This type of palms is unique and don't exist in other part of world. The name of the palms are wax palm. The name of my Rotaract club is like this. Rotaract Armenia Palma de Cera. In English could be a wax palm Rotaract club. Okay, what are you waiting for? Come to visit Colombia. You are always welcome. Welcome to Colombia. Okay, about the art exhibition, a view from Cocora's Ballet. I will explain you the history of that art exhibition. In 2015, after leaving my class, I was hit a car while driving my motorcycle. The impact was so strong that I fled several meters, breaking bones like the tibia, fibula, scapula, and clavicule. It was a difficult time to me. I was in a wheelchair and I had to adapt to my new lifestyle. What does a human being feel when his life changes? What does an artist with attention deficit disorder feel when he cannot move? What will go through the mind of a person who wants to walk and cannot? It was a difficult situation for me. When I was recovering from the accident of my bed, I longed to walk again. Suddenly, I fell asleep and I had a dream. Do you know my dream? I will show. I dreamed that my toes were in a vicious circle, but my mind was opened. New thoughts appeared, shapes and colors began to dance. My attention deficit disorder was dynamic, beautiful, and sublime. Suddenly, my body rose and I started pacing my room. I started to walking around my bedroom, my house, and later outside. And when I was walking outside, I was observing the mountains and the coffee of Quindío. And I arrived to the Cocora's Valley. And I felt strong. A view of Cocora's Valley is the representation of my dream. is the representation of my happy place. My happy place is Cocoras Valley because when I am in Cocoras Valley, I feel happy. And in this time, when I was sick, my dreams traveled to that place. And I feel as like reality. My dreams transform in reality. Do you want to know the end of my dream? Up your hand if you want to know the end of your dream, of my dream. Please visit Larson Gallery and discover the new art exhibition. Thank you so much for hearing me. I am Víctor Ospina, an artist and Rotary Club member.
Wow, Victor, what a beautiful presentation. In honor of you speaking today, we will be making a donation in your name to Rotary Charities. And I'd like David Links just to unmute and tell us more about this exhibit at the gallery.
So I'll tell you, starting on Tuesday, we will be opening the gallery to receive visitors. We'll be observing restrictions, of course. So to get an appointment to come and see Victor's exhibition, you can go on larsongallery.org and just type in and reserve a time to come. So please come and see the new gallery and Victor's A View from Kokora Valley.
Thank you so much.
It's absolutely wonderful. We do have time for some questions if Victor is willing to do that. If somebody has a question, just jump in.
Victor,
Yes.
Victor, I'm very involved in education here, and we're struggling during COVID, of course, in this country with children returning to school. And I was thrilled to see that your students are in school. And I wonder if you can elaborate, was that a big community decision, or how was that decision made, if you knew?
This week, the mayor of my city approved to return to schools, and kids could be study again in the schools. My school is preparing all for teach with biosecurity, and I am happy to return because kids need study again in the school. Kids need to study again at schools, and kids need to live with other kids because this COVID-19 changed our life, but we couldn't change our soul to learn. I think this.
And kids need art and to create art together, and you're doing a beautiful job.
Yes, thank you.
Víctor, ¿es muy fácil manejar en Colombia o es más difícil como en México en DF? Is it harder to drive in Colombia or is it easy?
Depend of the city. To drive in Bogota is hard to me. It's hard for the traffic, for the population, people, a lot of people, but it's easy in different regions. Quindío is a good place to drive, and to drive and look beautiful landscapes around the way.
Thank you.
Victor, the trees you showed in your slides, the big palm trees, about how tall are they?
Around 80 meters. In feet, I don't know. Feet. Around 60 feet. It's very high. It's the most high palms of world. It's like a wheel.
Thank you.
I looks like a ant near the palms. Do you have
I have
another
to show you
question?
my mug too. We have these mugs available at the gallery. See Victor's I Am Strong mug.
And since you're doing that, here's another version of Victor's mug. This is his artwork also.
If I can ask a question, actually, this one's for David. David, can you talk about what you feel the addition of Victor's exhibit is as part of your curatorial process? What is it that you're hoping to advance, or how was Victor's work selected?
You know, one of the things that since I've come to the Larson Gallery, one of the things I've always wanted to do is to bring exhibits from around the world here so that people from Yakima can see art from all over the world. And so, especially for people that don't leave a lot. So it's really a treat to have Victor's work here. And so it's part of also, having the community see it, having the students see it. Bringing lots of exhibits here from other places so that we can all enjoy them rather than having to travel. I all think we should all go to Columbia, but rather, bringing the exhibits here is all part of the master plan as it is. So yeah, we have actually, the gallery's big enough right now that we have 2 exhibits. So it's a beautiful space. We're still waiting for the floor to go in, but it actually reminds me right now of one of those galleries in Seattle that has the concrete floor. So it's very mod right now. So it's very cool to come and just experience the space. It's a beautiful new space.
And I'll set up the trip whenever you're ready.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Well, again, I wish to thank you for a wonderful program. Thank you, David, for bringing this to us and to Yakima. Thank you, Victor, for joining us. I can't believe what a world we live in with modern technology, that you're able to come in all the way from Columbia and show us your beautiful community and those beautiful little kiddos that are enjoying some art supplies. It just ties it all together. And we thank you so very much for being with us today.
Thank you so much. And absolutely, we are and a big family. I'm so proud and happy to be a part of Rotary.
Well, we're so glad the future's in good hands with young Rotary members like you, Rotaractors too. So thank you again. Now, as we move through the agenda, we have Connie Phelan with Rotarians Are Going Places. Connie.
Well, hello, everybody, this fabulous Thursday afternoon. I would like to announce that Rotary International Foundation has presented a certificate of appreciation to the Yakima Downtown Rotary Club for their financial support to end polio now. And so thank you all for your contributions in receiving this certificate of appreciation. That is super cool, and away we go. I have another announcement as well, and one of our absolute great Rotarians, Kelly Gasling, has put her talent and work to share with everybody a new billboard that is promoting Rotary membership, and it's on Long Fiber Road. So as you're driving around town and you get over to near Union Gap area, you'll see that beautiful billboard, And thank you, Kelly Gasling, for your efforts and artwork and making it happen. So everyone have a great rest of the week, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, thank you, Connie, very much. So coming up next week, our program is Blake Slonecker, who has produced crossword puzzles for many years, including one or maybe more than one that have been in the New York Times. So he's going to talk about his process. Following that, on March the 4th, we're going to be talking to some former inbound youth exchange students. Now, of course, youth exchange program has been put on hiatus this year, but that's no reason to not talk to our friends around the world. As you saw today, they're going to be Zooming in, and we're going to talk to some familiar faces. The following week, which is March 11th, we're going to have Ed Marquand. He's going to speak about community ambitions, setting the bar higher. So don't forget, keep blocking out that Thursday on your calendar. It's one of the happiest days of the week. So happy to see you. Have a wonderful rest of your day and a fantastic weekend. We'll see you next Thursday. With that, we are adjourned.